So Kyron Lacy, he has passed away this past weekend. Former LSU wide receiver passed away with the injury to himself, and he took his life. His dad went to social media and put a heartfelt message, and it reads, "Young parents, start talking to your kids at a very early age and make sure they are confident and comfortable confiding in you. Don't be cool with 'I'm all right' and 'I'm good.' When you know deep down something isn't right, mental health is real, and for the most part, it's invisible. Don't ignore the signs, even if they may seem small." And he goes on to speak about mental health and his son. So just a backstory, Lacy was facing charges with a fatal car crash in December, including negligent homicide and a hit and run. But his legal team maintained he was not at fault. But I guess a lot was on his mind, and he took his own life.
Yeah.
Also, we had Acho chime in about his passing.
This Kyren Lacy situation has me sick to my stomach, and I want to share something because maybe it'll save a life. A skydiving instructor, he noted that if your parachute fails to open, it's not the initial blow that will kill you. He noted that obviously all your bones will fracture. He said, but it's the bounce. It's those fractured bones then puncturing your lungs upon the bounce that ends the life. In the same manner, the author who I'm quoting has suggested we all hit the ground hard. We've all hit the ground hard. Maybe at work, maybe in our romantic relationships, maybe even in the law and with the law, but it's not the initial blow that we have to be most mindful of. It's the bounce. In the same manner, if anyone you know has hit the ground hard in life, catch them before the bounce. And if you have hit the ground hard, whether in private or in public, please be mindful of the bounce. This Kyren Lacy situation just brings so much pain to my mind and to my heart, and I just wanted to share that. Be mindful of the bounce.
So Cam, obviously you coach young athletes and young men and mentor them, and you never really know what's going on. Obviously you can talk to them, but what was your thoughts on this Kyren Lacy situation and his suicide?
Man, shout out to his dad, man, for that message, because I think he said a lot, but one of the things is the sickness is invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health, we all go through it. And it was shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to believe it. You know, I critiqued Kyron Lacy with the gesture that he did during the season, but never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I would be saying rest in peace to a young man who had his whole life in front of him.
Mm.
I think back at when I was 24 years old. I think back at thinking that, man, life is a lot. And the reality is, this is when your support system really shows their worth, shows their value. Not yes men, not yes woman, not even no man or no woman. It's just to really understand you. I would always say this about being an adult now. What's the biggest flex? And the biggest flex is being understood. Understood to the degree that when you're understood, people know. Man, easy, man. Cam, he going through something right now, but I got him, though. Yeah, it came off. I'm going to talk to him. I know how to get through. I know how to talk. But that comes also, it's a transactional relationship that in order to get, you have to give. And that's the hardest part for individuals who's battling certain things, is they don't give the information because they think nobody can really cope with what they're going through. And in some cases, the reality is that may be true. Going back to good advice saves lives, bad advice will kill you. When I say that in this particular situation, the help needs to come from 2 sources, not just 1 source. Because you can have a support system that's like, hey, man, you good? Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. Nah. Being understood, though. That person who's asking that question, and they looking into your eyes, and they looking into your demeanor, and they looking into your soul, and they looking at your actions, they looking at what you posting, they looking at how you carrying yourself, they looking at your everyday dealings. Like, nah, this ain't Peggy. Hey, bro, where you at? Matter of fact, I'm about to push up on you. No. Negro, where you at? I'm about to push up on you. See, that type of relationship right there, that type of accountability, that type of warmth and knowing that, bro, every conversation ain't gonna be led with anger. Sometimes it does lead to tears. Sometimes it does lead to real emotions where, yeah, you're shouting, but it's just to be understood. And I just would ask those who are going through things, find that person, find that group, find that tribe that you can really lean into and get help.
Yeah.
Right? Because nobody is above that type of mental pressure. It's like, man, golly, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. What do I do? Who do I go talk to? But trust and believe with great counsel, with great help, people around you, if you're giving them that type of access to you, even they should be able to cipher through and say, you know what, bro, you got to go get a psychologist. Man, I'm going to go with you. Matter of fact, I'm going to be responsible for taking you. Like, though, whatever it may be. And sometimes some people may feel like, yo, I don't need to talk to a psychologist. I just need to talk to somebody, right? Because if you're like me, I don't feel comfortable with talking to strangers. I just don't. I lean on the people who really have shown me grace, not only through the good times, but the bad times as well. And call me crazy. I lean on people who know me. That's why co-parenting is essential, right? Having a great relationships with the mother of my children is essential, right? Understanding the balance is saying like, hey, having an understanding with my girlfriend to say like, yo, I need this, and being very intentional to what you need.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to talk to my brother right now, bro. I need to talk to my dad, man. I need to talk to my mom. And I just want to be with my friends, bro. That type of intentionality is what you need that's going to get you out and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. And it may be that season of sorrow. But one thing about a rain, Peg,
What's up?
it's going to stop and that rainbow going to come. And you're going to be able to look back and say, you know what? I learned something from it. It's not a loss. It's just a lesson. We always hear it. It's not a loss. It's just a lesson. And I would like to take a moment to just, tell everybody to keep the Lacy family in their thoughts and prayers, because that's a lot, man. As a father, my heart goes out to the dad, because you never think that you will bury your son. You think it will be the other way. Your son will be burying you.
Mm-hmm.
But when that does happen, what do you do? So anybody who's going through any type of mental strain, man, find that tribe, find that ecosystem, find the friend, find the family member that understands you or is willing to understand you without ridicule, without judgment. And the worst thing that you can do if you're the listener is to judge the action. Just listen. Just listen.
Yeah.
Because the last thing, if I'm telling you what my issue is and you judging me, and I'm like, man, you know what? Don't even worry about it, bro. Y'all laughing at me. I'm being vulnerable. That's the worst thing that can happen. So it takes two to give, and also it takes another to get in order for any relationship to be pure.
I would say one thing in regards to this too is I think oftentimes we see athletes, entertainers, artists, and they have to deal with life in front of the world, So even him as a football player, at LSU. You got to perform in front of the world. He do something out and about. It's just not an average kid his age that's doing it. So he's known and noticed. Obviously, he was on his way to be a potential NFL player. And so dealing with this amount of pressure in front of the world can be taxing when nobody else really understands what you're going through. And they might, but not to the magnitude, not the fact that they have to deal with their faults in front of the world. And so even for all of the people that the world might know in front of, public or on the screen, it's just like, there are still people to talk to, even other people that's going through your shoes, just like you, for instance. Like, you have kids that dealing with stuff publicly, and their parent might not have to deal with that, but they can call a coach, they can call somebody else. So it's always an out. It's always another way, or a person you can talk to help you through your situation.
And lastly, it's never a good thing when you got to suffer in silence.
Yeah, that's real. And that's for black men in general, just people in general, but definitely us and our culture. We just so used to that.
Shut up. Don't cry. Don't let them see you cry.
Yeah.
But you got something so bottled up. And you use the analogy of a soda. When things get shooken up and you shaking up and you ain't doing nothing, that don't mean it's not going to spew and explode. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to let it out. Some way, somehow. Find your tribe. Find your outlet. And really yearn for being understood. And I say it all in all seriousness. But I'll be hurt, really hurt, if you check out on me. You dig what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that's close to me and serve a lot of different toll and different kind of buckets in my life, bro. And I want to give you your flowers, Peggy. You serve a lot to me, bro.
Likewise, bro.
Friend, business associate, business partner, and to see you grow and keep growing, to holding the camera, following me, to seeing you all now. It does my heart good.